Hello there everyone, Drew the 90s guy here. Hey, I want to just make a quick video today to kind of show you how I've now been able to set up streaming and recording. Now, I've actually been wanting to do this for a little while, and I haven't done it for a bit because some of the streaming stuff out there is pretty expensive. Like, a lot of people get the Elgato, which is pretty close to $200. So I've kind of held off on it for a while, and then one day I saw a YouTube video that kind of showed that there was another option that was available out there where I could be able to get a capture card for about $30, and so I got that, and kind of had to sit on it for a few months because I guess maybe I didn't need a new computer, but I ended up getting a new computer as well, so I got that going here, and this is actually working out pretty well. So if you already have a pretty good computer and are looking for a way to do some recording, do some streaming, this is kind of the way to go. Let me show you the actual capture card here. This here is the actual capture card, and yeah, it's very basic. The HDMI feeds into it, and it connects to the computer via a USB. Uses the 2.0 one rather than the 3.0 that you see with things like the Elgato and such. And the capture quality is actually pretty good. It can do, what I generally do is 720p at 60 FPS, and that's the highest resolution you can go with, 60 FPS, but that's really not bad. I mean, it's still in high definition, and that overall works pretty well. And the other thing I did as well, that the Elgato has kind of like a pass-through mechanism that the capture card didn't have. So to kind of get around it, I got this HDMI splitter. That itself is about $20, so it wasn't that bad. I think both the things combined together was about a little over $50. So we can feed the gameplay footage into here. This splits and goes into the television, and of course this feeds into the capture card into the computer. So I think it's not a bad setup. And if you're needing to, of course, have more than one device, I also have this hub right here, which is where I can feed things like the Switch, a Wii U, mini classic systems, and I probably have maybe one or two other things that might be hooking up to this as well. But this is a pretty good setup. So that's the basics of the tour, how it looks and stuff. But I'm going to dive a little bit further and kind of show you how I get the settings done, because the instruction manual is a little bit vague as for how to idealize all the settings, and it took me a lot of trial and error to just getting this all figured out. But I'm just going to take a few minutes to show you guys on the computer how I get this all set up, and we'll go from there.
Alright then, well, I won't be able to make it show up on the OBS screen because I can't have the game capture showing up in multiple windows at the same time, but I can show you how what kind of settings I like to do with this capture card, and then once you get in there, it should work for you just fine. So we'll go ahead and go to Video Capture Device under the Sources. Go ahead and add it as a new one so I can kind of show you from scratch how I do it. You want to select it under USB Video. Then you'll want to select Custom. I like to do it under 720p under the 60 FPS. You want to select the JPEG. Go ahead and select Partial. Sound capture is where it gets a little bit tricky, but I found it works on a direct sound. You want to use a custom audio device. Then the digital interface to USB digital audio. Alright, and kind of after that point, the last step I like to do is that when it goes into your desktop audio, whether it goes into desktop audio or desktop audio 2, you want to set some kind of a delay with the sound, because it doesn't go in sync, at least with me. So you want to go to Advanced Audio Properties, and then go to the desktop audio. You want to set the sync to be a little bit, you might have to fiddle around a bit to figure out the best overall setting, but the one that worked best for me was -225.
Anyways, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. Just kind of wanted to show you how I got this all set up, and at least for the basics and all. If you have any questions about how to get it set up in OBS, feel free to send me a message over on Twitter or leave a comment down below. I'll be also leaving links to the capture card that I got and the splitter I got as well. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!